this.
Infuriating.
It's so infuriating. And I was just talking to you about it. I was like, this is my life. This is what freaking happens.
It's ghosting. It's gaslighting is the phrase. She went total ad hominem. She attacked you personally. And your skanky followers also did that too. Yes. Christelyn wanted to meet with this person to help her because she's a fellow Black woman. Christelyn,
who is in an interracial relationship,
who's going through a crisis. An advocate, gone in 2 years.
Going through an advocate.
18 months maybe. But single again, hashtag. We want the best. Christelyn said that she wants you to win. She wants the best for you, Rose. And yet when now you see the person, you see what it is. One, they just, as a professional, no problem. It's not about you didn't come on the show. It's like you didn't show up. We burned half of
right. Yeah, we're here in the cabin. As you can see, this is not my house. You see the wood paneling. We're in
a beautiful. It's all beautiful. But here's the thing: you don't diss your husband or wife internationally and then go, ha, that didn't happen.
He didn't care.
It doesn't matter.
Whatever. Yeah.
And then the other thing is you don't diss. If you want to be successful, professional, long-term, not 15 minutes of fame. Andy Warhol, 15 minutes of fame. Enjoy it, sister. All due respect to you as a person, but you don't diss your husband. You don't diss other professionals. Very soulful person, Christine.
So my whole life, I was living with a psychotic person.
Your heart went out to her. Your heart went out to her. And then to have this shows the person, because you were on her side. This person made an enemy. This child.
So yeah,
your heart went out.
There are going to be people who are going to say, I'm being messy. You could argue that. Maybe I'm being a little messy. There are going to be people. The person who literally published a book with Simon & Schuster that was optioned for a movie. You can look it up. You may not know who I am, but I am somebody. Okay. And the person who literally.
This is professionalism. Take notes, sister.
You did not want in there. I was willing to put it out there, but you called me a.
Ignorance. She doxed you.
My number.
She doxed you.
My number.
She doxed. Rose Miller.
Rose Miller.
Anyway, let's get through the business because we have some fun to have. And this is really a bit of it grows tiring. My God. Gone in 2 years. Hashtag. Hey, Queen. Yes. Rose Miller. Your demographic. The pink women are the most beautiful women, arguably, on the planet. And they're 100% feminine. Beautifully. And so great. We'll do guard. Christelyn was a groundbreaker. Christelyn was a market maker. And so here we have somebody coming up from the street. And she was a groundbreaker. Christelyn was a market maker. And so bad life skills. You diss your husband. Are you effing kidding me?
She said she found him on the basement.
Unbelievable. Dude, I won't. Bad life skills. You make it a commitment to someone, it doesn't matter. That's grow a piece of brain, grow a piece of heart, a soul.
Yeah.
Cancel. It doesn't matter. We don't need you.
And
you make it a commitment to someone, it doesn't matter. That's grow a
Angela says we're two weird old people.
We are. Thank you. Oh, I appreciate that. And we're only halfway there, give or take a couple of years.
Yeah,
here's the thing. It's not about duration. It's about duration.
But you went to Harvard, though.
Quality. Weird is okay.
Weird?
Here. Okay. So
You're a millionaire, that's what these women want.
Well, I know. I'm very good. Weird, I think.
Yeah. So Angela is sitting here saying, we're so old. But you know what, Angela? Guess what we also are?
What
we also look real good.
And we're
also worth millions of dollars.
Yeah, that's important.
We're also at our second home and in love.
We're in love.
We get
Stay tuned.
So Angela, anything else? Yeah, we're old and
yeah,
certain level of etiquette, decorum, and protocol. Like a
There's-
certain level of etiquette, decorum of the conversation. Like for me, it was like when she was on Tasha K show,
Mhm.
I was like, Tasha K thinks she hates black men.
Thinks that Rose
Yeah,
does.
so things, and so she's like, because all the things you
That's
say,
such an easy
and
attack. It's wrong.
we
we love.
yeah, she's
But
poking
we
the
hate
bear.
bad behavior. Let me beat you up, and because I am white or black or green or yellow, love me because I'm in a class of people that should be loved. The world doesn't, despite the current dystopian vortex we're in of like what's reality, what's truth. It doesn't last because it can't. It can last for a while and do a lot of damage along the way. Don't let it happen to
Yeah,
you,
it's
and
not real.
plan accordingly. So plan accordingly, which in part is realizing that life has certain principles about how you live life, and you make commitments, you show up or change them.
Yeah, and so
No
it's
problem.
like, I don't need the money like that.
Mm-mm.
I don't. I don't. The men that you guys are, looking to all these content creators to find, he's sitting right here. Like, this man is a millionaire. I don't need the clout like that. However,
Thank God.
comma.
Work.
Yeah, thank God.
Thank God.
You
And
did
work.
really good. You worked
And
so
endure.
hard.
Persist. And
I don't.
You can't persist in a bad.
I don't need the
business
money
model.
like that. Okay. What I'm saying to you is that I feel a responsibility as an older person, as a 51-year-old woman who was part of starting this conversation online with interracial relationships. I want to
with this because but it's disappointing. It's embarrassing to see someone go down the drain like that. And may you with this because but it's disappointing
anymore about what happens to you. I disown you.
You
are not one of us. Do you understand? I'm gonna say this right now.
Say it.
The girl who swirls,
Needs to be said.
The author of Swirling, How to Date, Mate, and Relate, Mixing Race, Culture, and Creed, the originator of No Wedding, No Womb, the one of the OGs of all of this. I'm telling you, you ain't one of us. How about that? You ain't. You go your way, but you ain't one of us.
And to everybody else.
Welcome to the Femininity.
Hello and welcome back to the Femininity Tea, where we steep in all things feminine. The drama is unfolding, and ladies, I've been keeping an eye on Christelyn Karazin. What we're witnessing is a prime example that no matter how much money, looks, connections, or status you have, you cannot buy class. Christelyn may cosplay as a classy, established woman, but in reality, she's delusional, disgraceful, and downright unfeminine. Ladies, when you let your ego take the lead, you risk becoming unhinged. And that's exactly what we've been seeing. Christelyn recently went live with a video titled Rose from King of Queens Did the Unthinkable, where she accused Rose of canceling an interview just 20 minutes before it was supposed to happen, without offering any explanation. But instead of being patient and waiting to hear back, Christelyn rushed online to drag Rose, calling her unprofessional simply because she didn't respond right away. In the world of YouTube, wouldn't the professional move have been to wait? Maybe Rose had an emergency. Thankfully, there wasn't, but it easily could have been. If Christelyn hadn't jumped online so quickly, she would have seen that Rose did contact her. Rose even showed the receipts. This sounds more like a rescheduling situation. At Christelyn's age, not allowing Rose the grace to take care of herself and her family, whatever the reasons may be, doesn't align with the woman Christelyn claims to be. Showing compassion for someone's situation is something a truly feminine woman would do. Newsflash, Christelyn, Rose owes you nothing. She doesn't know you, and everything was a courtesy. You attacked her character and even threatened to expose your message exchange. How messy and unladylike of you. You weren't paying her for the interview, so why the self-importance and lack of self-awareness at your age? It's truly entitled and pathetic. As Rose responded, Christelyn knew quack of a so-called man decided to insert himself into women's business, which took things even further. They made an entire video trying to clear things up, but really, they just showcased their own arrogance. They kept bringing up their education and accomplishments as if that means anything to us or Rose. This isn't Harvard Business School. It's YouTube, we're all on the same platform, so humble yourself. The way Christelyn handled this situation was anything but ladylike or feminine. She's failed in the femininity sector, and she's failing in the swirling sector too. With that man sitting next to her, his behavior was equally as sassy as her. It's unmasculine, putting his 2 cents into something he had no business in. Christelyn, you've been bragging about your money, your man, and your accolades. But the truth is, no one cares. You haven't been active on YouTube since your last quack of a man said he was an N-word, hard ER lover. Have you considered that maybe Rose looked you up and decided she wanted nothing to do with you? You've aligned yourself with people who've called for the deletion of black boys in the past. And every online relationship you have seems to end on bad terms. Whenever you resurface, it's just to stir up more drama. You claimed you wanted to pay forward the help offered to you, but that help wasn't given publicly, it was private. So if clout wasn't your goal, why is this entire situation playing out in public? I'm glad Rose didn't go on your platform. For someone with your subscriber count versus hers, acting like Rose owes you anything is ridiculous. Rose made the right decision by avoiding you. She probably saw your history of falling out with everyone you collaborate with. Whatever happened between you two, it's clear that you thrive on drama. I hope Rose learned a valuable lesson from her behavior as a married woman, especially one who encourages others to marry and build relationships. Your deleted video exposing your husband opened up a world of chaos. If you want to ruin your marriage, your relationship, or your reputation, then go ahead and act out. But know that it's not okay. This is good for your followers to see and understand. Tasha K made a valid point when she reminded Rose about the historical context that still affects us today. We can't ignore the lingering impact of the past on our community and our relationships. Yes, we've made progress, but there are still obstacles we face, and it's not just the men. It's the entire community that needs to do better. That's why I'm here, making these videos. I hope to have some impact on our Black women by speaking honestly about femininity, womanhood, and motherhood. Things that we didn't always get to learn from our grandmothers or mothers because of our shared history. So stay feminine, stay sweet, and thank you for watching.
Welcome to the femininity. Welcome to the place where we sip and share, where we steep in all things feminine. Whoa. Spilling the tea with grace and traditional insights, embracing femininity, one video at a time. Embracing femininity, one video at a time. Keep sipping on this femininity. Stay sweet, like, share, comment, and subscribe.